Milo and the Moonlight Balloon, an original bedtime story. In the quiet village of Thimbletree, where all the houses had round windows and chimneys that puffed like sleepy dragons, a little boy named Milo lived in a tiny blue house at the end of Acorn Lane. Milo loved three things more than anything: stargazing, drawing rocket ships, and dreaming about flying. Every night, before bed, he would climb onto his windowsill, wrap himself in a blanket, and whisper, "Good night, moon," just in case the moon was listening. But one night, one very curious night, something was waiting for him. As Milo went to close his window, he noticed a silver string fluttering just outside. Attached to the string was a glowing white balloon, softly pulsing like the moon itself. It shimmered gently, not like a regular balloon from the corner shop, but like something that had drifted down from the stars. Tied to the balloon was a little note. It read, "Dear dreamer, take hold and fly. The sky is waiting. Love, the night balloon." Milo's heart thumped with excitement. He glanced around. No one else was awake. The village was still and quiet. So he reached out and grabbed the string. The moment his fingers touched it, the balloon lifted him right off his feet. Up, up, up he floated, past the chimney tops, past the treetops, higher than he had ever imagined. There was no sound, only the whisper of wind and the occasional hoot of an owl. Below, the village became smaller and smaller until it looked like a patchwork quilt stitched with candlelight. Milo clutched the string with one hand and let the other sway in the breeze. "Where are we going?" he asked aloud. Though the balloon didn't answer, it just glowed softly, guiding him forward like a quiet companion. Soon, he arrived at a cloud forest, a floating island of fluffy white trees that swayed as if they were dancing. Perched among the clouds were owls wearing tiny glasses, each sitting on a branch reading tiny books. "Hello, Milo," said the head owl, peering over his spectacles. "How do you know my name?" Milo asked in awe. "We're the night librarians. We've read all your dreams," the owl winked. "Would you like to borrow a bedtime story?" He handed Milo a tiny book titled "The Dragon Who Liked Hugs." Milo chuckled, tucked the book into his pajama pocket, and waved goodbye. The balloon carried him on. Next, they passed over a sea of sleep, where waves were made of soft lavender mist and moonfish leapt in slow motion. On a raft made of floating feathers, a lion in striped pajamas was sipping tea and humming a lullaby. "Would you like some marshmallow tea?" asked the lion. "Yes, please," said Milo, and the lion handed him a warm mug. It tasted like sweet vanilla clouds. "I only sail at night," the lion said. "Too many honking geese in the daytime." Milo laughed and finished high. Further on, the balloon brought Milo to a place where the stars had shapes, not just dots in the sky, but glowing creatures that danced and twirled. One looked like a rabbit, another like a fish, and one even looked like a flying sandwich. "Stars are alive?" Milo whispered. "They are," said a voice beside him. It was a little girl floating on a comet tail. "They only come out for the best dreamers. Like you," she added, and vanished with a wink. Milo felt his eyes growing heavy. But the balloon was not finished yet. It brought him to a final place, a mountain made entirely of pillows. At the very top was a giant silver telescope. Inside was a sleepy bear in a fuzzy robe. "Come see," the bear yawned, pointing Milo to the telescope. Milo peered through, and what he saw made his heart beat softly. There was his village, his street, his little blue house. And there he was, sitting on his windowsill, staring up at the stars. "It's time to go back." The bear said, "Kay, will I ever come back here?" Milo asked. The bear nodded. "Every night if you want. Just look up." The moonlight balloon gently tugged at Milo's hand. "Ready," he whispered. Down, down, down they drifted, past the stars, the lion, the owls, the misty seas. Down past rooftops and sleeping cats, until the balloon brought Milo right back to his open window. He stepped quietly onto his bed and turned to thank the balloon, but it had already floated away, glowing like a tiny moon in the distance. Milo lay down, the tiny book still in his pocket and the taste of marshmallow tea on his tongue. And just before he closed his eyes, he whispered, "Good night, moon. Good night, balloon. I'll see you soon." The end.